Hello, and welcome to Nutrition While You Listen. I'm Dietitian Ai. On this channel, I explain nutrition and food in a simple and gentle way, so you can understand it even while listening in the background. Whether you're commuting, washing dishes, folding laundry, or just relaxing, I hope you can enjoy listening casually. Now, today's topic is why miso soup is one of the healthiest foods in Japan. Miso soup may look simple, but from a dietitian's point of view, it is actually such a well-balanced dish that many people can enjoy it regularly as part of a healthy diet. For Japanese people, miso soup is a very familiar food. It is often served at breakfast, with set meals, and at home. Because it is so common, many people may not stop and think about it very much. But this everyday dish actually has many health benefits. So today, I'd like to explain, in a simple way, why miso soup is such a smart food from a nutrition perspective. First, let's talk about the star ingredient in miso soup. Miso. Miso is a traditional Japanese food made by fermenting soybeans. Soybeans are rich in protein, and in Japan they are sometimes called meat from the field. Let's talk briefly about protein. Protein is one of the nutrients our bodies need to build and maintain tissues. For example, protein helps form muscles, skin, hair, and nails. It also plays important roles inside the body, such as supporting hormones, enzymes, and the immune system. So when protein intake is too low, it may lead to things like lower energy, loss of muscle mass, or reduced immune function. That means soybeans, which are the main ingredient in miso, are an important food for supporting the body. Now, miso has another special feature. It is a fermented food. Fermented foods are often said to have a positive effect on the gut environment. The gut environment refers to the balance of bacteria living in the intestines. When this balance is in better shape, it may support things like more regular bowel movements, better immune function, and even healthier skin. These days, the gut is sometimes called the second brain, because it is considered deeply connected to overall health. Fermented foods like miso are one of the food groups that may help support this gut environment. And of course, miso is not the only fermented food. There are many others, such as yogurt, kimchi, natto, and pickled vegetables. In both Japan and many other parts of the world, fermented foods have long been part of traditional diets. Including these foods regularly in daily meals may help support a healthier digestive system. Now let's move on to another great feature of miso soup: the ingredients you can add to it. One of the best things about miso soup is how flexible it is. You can change the ingredients based on your needs, your preferences, or simply what you have in the kitchen. For example, let's start with tofu. Tofu is also made from soybeans, so it provides good quality plant protein. It can be a nice ingredient for people who want to maintain muscle, or for those trying to be more mindful about protein intake. Next is wakame seaweed. Wakame contains minerals and dietary fiber. Dietary fiber helps support the gut environment, so miso soup with seaweed can be a good option for people who want to take care of digestion. Mushrooms are another excellent ingredient. They are low in calories and contain dietary fiber, which makes them easy to include for people who are trying to eat a lighter diet. And many people in Japan also know about clam miso soup, especially miso soup made with small clams. Clams are often said to contain nutrients that support the liver. So for people who drink alcohol often, clam miso soup is sometimes chosen as a comforting option. Another recommendation is miso soup made with canned mackerel. Mackerel contains fatty acids such as DHA and EPA. These nutrients are well known for their connection to brain and blood vessel health. And because canned mackerel is easy to use, it can be a practical choice even on busy days. This brings us to a point many people can probably relate to. On busy days, making several different side dishes can feel like a lot of work. But even on those days, if you make one bowl of miso soup filled with ingredients, you can still get vegetables, protein, and other nutrients in a simple way. A dish that makes it easier to create nutritional balance, even when life is busy. That is one of the biggest strengths of miso soup. And miso soup has one more benefit. It can warm the body. When you drink something warm, your body naturally feels warmer. And when the body warms up, blood flow tends to improve. Better circulation helps carry oxygen and nutrients throughout the body more smoothly. Also, when the body is warm, the digestive system may work more comfortably. When digestion is smoother, the body may absorb nutrients more efficiently, and the burden on the stomach and intestines may feel lighter. That is another reason warm soups, including miso soup, can feel so nourishing. So far, I've talked about the good points of miso soup. But there is also one important thing to keep in mind. That is salt. One bowl of miso soup contains roughly 1.2 to 1.5 grams of salt, depending on how it is prepared. In Japan, the general daily salt intake goal is often described as less than 7.5 grams per day for men, and less than 6.5 grams per day for women. Taking in too much salt may increase the risk of things like high blood pressure, water retention, and strain on the heart and blood vessels. So this is definitely something to be aware of. At the same time, miso soup itself has also been studied in Japan, and some reports have found no strong association between the habit of drinking miso soup and stomach cancer risk. So rather than thinking of miso soup as simply good or bad, it makes more sense to think about it in terms of overall balance. If enjoyed in reasonable amounts, miso soup can absolutely fit into a healthy eating pattern. If today's topic made you want to try making miso soup, I recommend starting with a hearty miso soup with plenty of ingredients. That way, it becomes not only comforting, but also a practical way to support nutrition in everyday life. If you'd like, you can also explore different